He said that whosoever pays the piper does what? He takes the tune. I challenge anyone in this country to tell me how much he or she contributed to the growth of PDP in Nigeria, more than our brother Professor Missing Wiki. I'm pronouncing Professor because I was privileged to be with him at the later, where he presented a paper and the chiefs, the professors, the vice chancellors, and everyone say that he's an enigma. Should be studied to know the kind of politics he does, where he is today. I challenge anyone in this country who mentions the name PDP. Your Excellency, we are grateful to you. Thank you for this meeting. Thank you for calling us together to reason with you and to share ideas with you on how we can develop a democratic nation like Nigeria using the platforms that we have, whether APC, PDP, SDP, or whatever political platform we have in this country. I want to once again appreciate Mr. President, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for understanding and appreciating the fact that we must not have a one-party state in this country. That is why he identified you to appoint you in a very sensitive ministerial position as Minister of the Federal Capital Territory. Thank you for that. Thank you for not disappointing us, because your work in the last few months and year, so not up to 2 years, you have demonstrated that PDP has capacity to deliver, and you have done it. We want to say that on behalf of the G5, you are the leader of G5, but I'm the leader of the integrity group of G5. And so we acknowledge the fact that you have given us leadership. You have helped us, and we're here. And I want, as from tomorrow, let those who think that can challenge what I have said here, let them come out and say it. And I will prove them wrong if I'm asked. Because you have contributed immensely and will remain grateful. And so what our leader has said here is very clear to all of us who are accepted to be here. I want to appreciate and thank all of you, delegates from various states who are here with us, to reason together and make our position known. It is very, very clear. Our people say that when you're at the riverside and you are beaten by a crowd, you don't raise your hand, you lower your hand. The implication is that the crowd will feel more safe and easy. For whatever reason, for lack of time, I won't talk about it, but PDP made a lot of mistakes, and we have found ourselves where we are today. And so let us lower our hands and accept that power belongs to God, and He gave it to whosoever He wills. He has given it out today, and then we have to wait prayerfully. We have to seek the face of God to allow us, whichever time God will desire that we should come back, we will come. But for now, this is where we are. So, we are in a democratic process in Nigeria today. And I want, as a leader have said, let us respect the rule of law. Democracy is anchored on the rule of law and due process. Democracy is anchored on the rule of law and due process. There is the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and as a party, the PDP, we have also the Constitution that guides us, that leads us. And so in whatever we do, we must respect the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria first. Secondly, we must respect the Constitution of the PDP. What we are discussing here today shouldn't be an issue, especially on the issue of national security. I will give a living example of what happened in Benue State. I was there as governor of Benue State. I had a chairman that by the grace of God, we came together and nominated him as running mate to a candidate of PDP running for gubernatorial election. And at the end, he did not make it. But he came back. Then, before he was nominated, we made an acting state chairman.
We want to simply put in question, do we agree? Yes. Do we agree? Is it hold on. Is it a reflection of what we discuss here? Hold on. Is it a reflection? You know, I've never been in the national and it's not a place I would want to go to. I want to stay where God has kept me. Stay where God keep you. So, is it a reflection of what you discussed? Hold on. Is it a reflection of what you discussed and agreed? Those of you who say, yes, it is a reflection and what you agree, say, aye. Aye. Those of you who say, no, this was not what we discussed and agreed, say, nay. Those, the ayes have it. Position of the eminent stakeholders and concerned leaders of the PDP meeting held on the 9th of June 2025, and our party will grow stronger and stronger by the grace of God. And I want all of us to abide and keep to faith to what we have agreed here today. May God, His infinite mercy, lead all of us safely back to our various destinations. Thank you, and God bless you. We discussed here today and we have come up with some resolutions that will be a communique to our party faithfuls and to tell Nigerians on our stand as far as PDP is concerned. Therefore, on behalf of the conveners, I want to read the communique and see whether it meets your requirements, your demands, or requests, so that we don't have to move forward. So if I have your permission, let me read out what we agreed. PDP. PDP. Power to the people. PDP eminent stakeholders and concerned leaders meeting held on the 9th of June 2025. The communique reads as follows. At a meeting of the aforementioned group on the 9th day of June 2025 in Abuja, the state of affairs of the party, the need to reinforce internal democracy, equity and justice within the ranks of the party were discussed and carefully reviewed. The eminent stakeholders and concerned leaders drawn from the various states of the Federation took a deep and strong view of the situation in our party and came to the following conclusions. 1. The seemingly intractable crisis in the party is as a result of the inexplicable refusal of a few to adhere to the party constitution with particular reference to section 36(1)A, B, and C, section 4735 and section 48(1)I, and the definitive Supreme Court judgment regarding the position of the office of the National Secretary of the party. The eminent stakeholders and concerned leaders are alarmed that the party is an inevitable path to self-annihilation if urgent steps are not taken to rein in the desperate, divisive, and selfish tendencies that brought the party to its knees in the lead-up to the 2023 general election. These divisive tendencies, unfortunately, have found expression in the conduct of certain interests within the ranks of our party, both at National Review Committee, the National Working Committee, and Board of Trustees levels. Consequently, the PDP eminent stakeholders and concerned leaders resolve as follows. 1. That to finally arrest the inexorable drift towards extinction in our party, the party must, without further delay, respect the judgment of Supreme Court. We therefore unequivocally affirm Senator Sam Ayaw as duly elected as substantive National Secretary of our great party. In the spirit of fairness, inclusion, federal character principles, and respect for our party constitution, the party must make an unequivocal pronouncement zoning its presidential candidate to the South in the 2027 election. In line with the provisions of our party constitution, only the National Secretary, Senator Sam Ayaw, can issue notices of meeting of National Convention, National Review Committee, National Caucus, and National Working Committee, and to this end, all notices not issued by him and action founded on them, including correspondences to INEC, are null and void and of no effect whatsoever. Furthermore, it is clear from the Constitution that only the National Convention, properly and duly constituted, can remove Senator Samuel, the National Secretary, arising from his status as a member of the National Executive Committee of the party. We therefore demand that the acting National Chairman and National Secretary jointly issue a notice to INEC with an attached agenda for the National Executive Committee meeting of the party, being the only pathway to abide by extant laws. We, the stakeholders, reiterate our commitment to our great party and urge all members to uphold the rule of law, to respect constitutional mandate, resist all machinations aimed at stabilizing the party, and support the efforts of National Reconciliation Committee headed by Excellency Senator Bukola Saraki. Dated this 9th day